What I'm saying is, something definitely touched me.
Have I ever been touched by a spirit?
I felt something like grab hold of the top of my trousers.
Sharp fingernail on my shoulder.
I'm struggling with some sort of force behind me, holding me back. Mark! 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 Mark!
Went onto the side of my face and just dragged down. It was icy cold.
I think in the earlier days it was more around Denby Asylum where we visited.
And I was having my hair played with.
If we've ever been touched by a spirit, my answer is simply yes.
Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today I have got some special people involved in this video. Yes, I did a couple of videos last year about favourite equipment, favourite location. Yes, my friends in the paranormal, people I admire in the paranormal, people I've worked with, and people I want to work with in the future. Maybe this year, who knows? But yes, so everybody's come together and we're going to chat the paranormal. Now the question I want to know is, have you ever been touched physically by a spirit, by a ghost, by something you cannot see? Well, have you? For me personally, I believe I have on many occasions. There was this time in the old Black Lion pub in Northampton many years ago, about 10 years ago now. I was down in the cellar, there was about 10 of us in there. And I got my bottom pinched. Yes, I know, it sounds quite funny. My bottom was pinched, there was no one behind me. It was a proper grab. Now, how can I explain it? Did I catch myself on the wall? Did I sit on something? No, I was standing on these stairs. So I believe on that occasion, I was touched by spirit. On many other occasions, I've had my arms touched, my hands touched. Face, skin, ears, everywhere has been touched. Now, was it all paranormal? Was it always a ghost or a spirit? I can't answer. There are many depths that we can go into. Kieran O'Keefe once said to me when I felt fingers up my back, he said there could be changes in atmospherics that could make the skin cells do something. I mean, there could be so many different answers that, you know, it could be a spirit, it could just be how your body reacts to different atmospheres. And, you know, I do apologise, Kieran, if that was wrong, but we did have this chat a very long time ago, so I do apologise. But, yeah, it's just an example of how we perceive things. We can't see anything there, but something is touching us. Now, like I said, it could be a ghost, it could be a spirit. Someone that has passed over to the other world, the other realm, that we can't see. Could it be them? Who knows? But what does everybody else think?
Hi everyone! Miki's asked me to record this for him. So I'm Chloe. I have been in the paranormal world for about 11 years now. And I'm also now part of my own group, which is Darkpool Paranormal. And question number 2 that Miki has asked is if we've ever been touched by a spirit. My answer is simply yes. Only ever at a couple of locations. Certainly not a regular occurrence, not for me anyway. There was one time where I was actually scratched. The first time it's ever happened. It's never happened since or prior to that, and that was at Falstaff or Tudorworld in Stratford-upon-Avon. So that is one of the best locations that I think I've ever visited. And not only have I been scratched there, but I've been touched in the back as well, which actually happened to 2 other ladies on the night. Certainly not the only place I've ever been touched or whatever by a spirit, but there's not many locations that I can say where I feel like I've been physically, you know, touched or anything. But the one that I got the scratch at particularly sticks in my mind as one. But again, I think that's, you know, it's not a regular occurrence at all. And I think it depends on how open people are. Some people go into ghost hunts, investigations, whatever you like to call them, and they close themselves off. They don't want anything to happen. They're kind of scared of the unknown. And I think sometimes that can affect how they perceive things. equally it can be silly little things, like if your sleeve jacket or your hood drops or something. Could be as simple as it just bunching up. I don't necessarily think that every time that I think I have been touched by a spirit is paranormal. I think 9 times out of 10 it's possibly you know, the coat fixing itself, or the jacket I'm wearing relaxing, or muscle spasms, anything like that. I do try and keep an open mind, but I do genuinely think I have been touched a few times, but it's certainly not something that I think every time. I might think that I have been, but I definitely think there's more debunking that I could do into things as well. So I don't think necessarily it's as often as what I think on the night. Sometimes it takes coming back away and reflecting and thinking, oh, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. But yes, is my answer. I have definitely been touched, scratched the once. So yeah, just want to thank Miki for letting me do this video, and I hope you will take care. See you later.
Hi there folks, hope you're well. Just been asked to a couple of questions by Mikey there, and have I been physically touched? I think over the years many times. I think in the earlier days it was more around Denby Asylum where we visited, and I think my first experience there was a lot of pressure around the throat when we went lower down into that location, and massive amounts of spiritual energies there. So again, that was quite daunting in like the cellar part of the asylum there as well, and that was quite a weighted energy, and it tried to be very over forceful, but again, it's like standing your ground. And again, I do feel like it physically tried to get me around the throat as well that day as well. So sometimes again, it's worth taking yourself out of them situations as well. So I'd say I've been touched over many times in many places, and again, this is why we do what we do, and to experience it as well, you've got to work out what's going on as well, and obviously stay safe, and that's the most important thing. So again, that's just my little uptake on it, and again, that's why we get out and about and enjoy what we're doing as well. So stay safe folks, and catch up with you soon. Ta-ra now.
Hi guys, Miki's asked me to join you guys on this video. Yeah, I've had a few experiences where I have felt touched by something. As you can probably tell, I am actually at 30 East Drive right now after doing an investigation, and last night I actually had something move a hat off my head, which I'm gonna let Miki play it for you now.
Something is pushing Kelly's hat off her head.
Hear how impressed everyone is with
Go on.
you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Ah! What the hell?
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Yes! Well done!
Oh, thank you
Thank you! Well done! What?
Look, he's like, look!
Oh my
Thank you so much! He's like celebrating, look!
That is awesome. Look at her face.
Yay!
Look at her face.
So yeah, as you can see, with the hat, I could actually feel something pulling it off my head, and that was the most weirdest experience. But you could actually feel like the breeze and the feeling, and I would quite happily say now that I am a believer in the paranormal. Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, thank you very much, Miki, for making me a part of this video, and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the spooky ass video, which was filmed by Spirit Investigators and NIP. But yeah, there you go. So thank you very much, and I'm going to be leaving this lovely, wonderful place now. So thank you very much. I'm Kelly Peppers. See you later. Toodles.
Hello, I'm Pete from Paracom. Have I been physically touched by a spirit? My answer to that would be more than once. On quite a few occasions I've been touched by a spirit. Poked, hoodie pulled, sharp fingernail on my shoulder. But yes, my answer to that would be yes. And yes, definitely been physically touched on more than one occasion.
So I'm just doing this video for you, babe, because you asked. Just getting ready for my podcast. So, have I ever been touched by a spirit? Yes, interestingly enough, I was very young, and my father used to work for the Bracknell Borough Council. So back in the day, if any person had died or passed away, however you want to say it, his job would be to go in, look at the boilers, look at the plumbing, etc. But if there was anything left over that nobody else wanted, then obviously the guys would have first pickings. So one particular day, Dad had brought home a very old grandma chair. Not exciting to look at, but as a kid, any bit of furniture was great. We didn't have a lot. And lucky for me, he placed it in my bedroom. That night, went to bed like normal, like any normal kid does. And I was awoken by a shimmery light and a warm feeling. And I looked over to the chair and I could see almost like a mist, and it started to form into a human shape. And then all the features came in, and it was a really, really old lady. I wasn't scared of her. She was absolutely lovely. And she got up and she started tucking my bed sheets in around my bed. So she tucked me in quite tightly, actually. I was quite surprised. She had a good grip, that woman. And then as she got over to my left-hand side, she kissed me on the forehead, and she said, "Good night," and then she just vanished. I never saw her again. So, yes, I have been touched by spirit. Hope that was alright, Miki. Thank you.
Hi, I'm in Varrow from Residential Haunting. Have I ever been touched by a spirit? Several occasions. Usually just playing of the hair, touch on the arm. I did have one instance where I was stabbed in the back, but there were no physical marks left. I just had a very sore arm for 2 weeks.
Hi, my name's Tom. I run the team Haunted Finders on YouTube. Miki's asked me to answer a couple of questions. Have I ever been physically touched by a spirit? Yes, on numerous occasions. I've also witnessed other people being physically harmed and touched, pushed, slapped. I've seen cuts appear on people's arms out of nowhere. I've had quite a lot of crazy stuff happen like that. Myself, I think one thing that always comes to mind when people ask me, have you ever been touched by a spirit, ever been hit by a spirit? One thing that comes to mind is a place called Gresley Old Hall, and we were investigating that place a few years ago now, and if any of you have been there, you'll know like it's very derelict, it's wore down. When we went, it was really just falling to pieces. I can remember walking up the old staircase in the middle of the hall, and as I got near the top, I felt something like grab hold of the top of my trousers, and I can remember looking back, seeing if there's anything there. Like nothing. I'm in the middle of the staircase, nothing could have been like touching me, and I started to try and walk up the stairs again, and whatever it was grabbed my trousers and it tried to pull me back down the stairs. And I can remember it was so vivid, just the force of something trying to drag me down the stairs, and that always comes to mind. But I have been pushed. I was in a graveyard once, I think it's even on one of my videos, and I heard like a very weird growling noise, and I started to sort of walk back from it, and then I felt this really strong pressure just smack me in the chest, and it actually took me off both of my feet and I landed on top of a grave. That really, really scared the crap out of me. So yes, I have had things physically touch me, and I've seen many people be physically touched or harmed by spirits or whatever entities they are that are doing it.
Hi Miki. Okay, have I ever been touched by a ghost, a spirit, a presence? No, I actually don't think that I have. Not that I can remember, and I've had feelings, felt energy, but the skeptical side of my brain always sort of says, oh, you know, it could be a draft, or it could be that I'm a bit chilly. Yeah, so nothing that has really stood out as a grab or a scratch or a hair pull or anything like that to make me think, oh God, yes, a spirit has physically touched me. So no, I'm still waiting.
Yeah, and hiya Miki. been asked a question, or two questions. Have I been physically touched by a ghost or a spirit? Well, it would have been a spirit because ghosts can't touch you. Spirits can. And yes, some years ago, myself, Lewis, and Tina, who does a history research, we were invited to stay at a place in Soham to do an investigation, and it was the people kindly put us up for the night, and we were all sort of packed into the bedroom because it was one of those places where you couldn't settle. You know, it was early hours of the morning, and things were sort of creaking and stuff like that. But I was laid on the bed, and I was just thinking of what. Actually, I was thinking about the journey home the following day. It's just random stuff, and then this cold hand went onto the side of my face and just dragged down. It was icy cold, and it startled me. I shot up in bed. And you can ask Lewis and Tina. It just startled all of us, and it was real. I didn't imagine it. I felt the cold hand on my face, and it just dragged down on the side. There was no explanation for it. We got very little on the overnight. It was one of those. It felt quite normal, but apart from that piece that happened there. And yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Miki. And listen, I'll catch you soon, mate. Okay, bye-bye.
Hi everybody, it's Russ here from Wednesbury Paranormal. Hope you're keeping well today. Thank you, Miki, for letting me contribute to your video. And yeah, in answer to your question, have I been touched by spirit? 100% yes. Numerous occasions. Probably the most profound was at Tudor World in Stratford-upon-Avon. Falstaff's experience. I don't know if you all know it, but I was down by the throne area on the lower floor, and I was leading a group of guests on an event, and suddenly I felt my pocket, back pocket on my jeans being tugged at, and I presumed it was somebody a bit close to me, you know, or accidentally touched that area. But as I looked down, I could actually see the lining of the pocket moving, and as if it was trying to be pulled out. So yeah, that was a weird experience. Poked in the back numerous occasions, full on poked, you know. One particular time I remember it winded me virtually, and that doesn't even have to be on location or an event. I've had that happen to me in a restaurant, eating with my family. I've had resident spirits poke me in the back. So yeah, definitely believe in that, and definitely had that done. Thank you all anyway. God bless. Take care.
Hi, I'm Paul. I run Paranormal Analysis down on the south coast in Portsmouth. Been investigating the paranormal for about 18 years now. Now, my good friend Mickey York has got in contact to ask for some more questions. Have I ever been pushed or touched by a spirit? Yes, I believe I have. Again, I didn't actually see anything. I was in Fort Widley, and I was having my hair played with, like, on top of my head like that. And I was with a psychic medium at the time, and I asked him, I said, is there anything going on around me? He said, yes, you have an energy touching your head, which was really bizarre because I never told him what I was experiencing at the time. This followed me around for quite a while, and when I asked it to stop, it did. And then later on in the evening, I was doing my own little experiment, and I asked it to start again, and it did. So, yeah, I believe spirits can physically touch. I don't think they can physically hurt us, but I think they can touch. I think a gentle push or a nudge. I don't believe they can give us a big wham. I don't believe they've got the energy to do that, even if they use ours. Anyway, that's my two questions answered. I hope that all helps, and see you all soon. Take care.
Good morning, everybody. This is Rich here from West London Paranormal.
This is Mark from West London Paranormal.
Our good friend Mickey York is once again doing a little video, and he's asked us for a bit of input, and he's asked us a couple of questions. Have you ever been touched by a ghost, an entity, or a force that we can't explain? And I have. This was a couple of years ago now at the Hellfire Caves in High Wycombe, 3/4 of a mile down underneath the ground in the Chalk Hills. No way out apart from the way you came in. So a little bit eerie when you're down there. The whole scene is set for an experience that you won't forget, whether you're looking for the museum or you're actively on a paranormal investigation. So there was a few of us down there. Mark sitting down next to me, my friend, my pal, my mate. We were on our way out one time. I had like a little side satchel bag type thing on, and I was walking behind Mark. We were up to the gravel bit. If you've never been there, on the start and obviously the way out obviously is like a gravel track. It's all gravel. When you get to that bit, it's very noisy. You can hear it under your feet. Right in front of me was Mark walking. All of a sudden, the strap on my bag was yanked back, and I'm not a small guy. I'm quite a heavy guy. I was nearly pulled off the back of my feet. I screamed out to Mark like a little girl, "Mark, I've just been touched, I've been pulled, get out of here."
And you do what any friend does.
And he does what any friend does, yeah. He's off, on his toes. I'm struggling with some sort of force behind me, holding me back. Mark. He's gone.
Didn't hear him.
And then managed to sort myself out, get my composure, and I was following at 300 miles an hour. That's it.
So the second question that Miki has asked us is, have we ever been touched by a spirit?
Possibly. Possibly. I'm not 100% certain, but certainly during a couple of investigations, I think something might have touched me. Certainly in one of the episodes of Series 3, which we're currently filming, I had an incident where something definitely touched me or brushed past me. But was it a spirit?
So is that a definitely, or is it a possibly?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, no. Shut up. What I'm saying is, something definitely touched me or brushed past me, but I'm not sure whether it was a spirit. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so what would it have been then?
I don't know. There are probably other things out there that could do that. I don't know. But,
Wind him up. What about you, Jane?
I'm going to annoy you now, Sarah, because I've had several occasions. I've either had something, I felt it on my head, or brushed past me, or even nipped me. It definitely happened, but what it was, I can't prove either way. I'd like to think it was a spirit.
They're so on the fence, aren't they? Honestly. I have and it was the Park Hotel when we did the episode at the Park Hotel, walking down some of the corridors, which is it's a very eerie place if you've ever been, and it felt like somebody just kept sort of tapping me on the shoulder as I was walking along, and I thought it was Ben who was behind me, and I kept turning around and I thought he was winding me up. I thought he was sort of like just tapping me on my back. So there's been other occasions as well, but definitely that's one that stands out for me.
Ben had that incident at Otterburn Castle, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So I think it's a yes. Yeah, we do believe in spirits that touch you, and we've had that happen.
Maybe.
Hi Miki, it's Mark. Have you ever been touched by a spirit? See, this is a hard question. Some people say they have. Is this your imagination playing tricks on you? You're wanting something to happen. It's dark. You're in that kind of atmosphere. Yeah, I felt like I've had something touch me, but could that be my imagination playing tricks on me? You're tired, you're in a dark place, you're hearing sounds, and then it starts to escalate from there. If people do think they've been touched, then fair enough. I'm not the person to say it wasn't. So again, I'm going to sit on the fence and say some people have, some people haven't. Personally, I felt something, but did I think that I felt something? Was it something else? Did I brush the wall? Did I brush a tree? You know where I'm coming from? So yeah, if people think that, then good luck to them. And hopefully it was. And one day, hopefully, I get to feel that firsthand and get pushed over kind of thing, because that's what everybody's kind of looking for, isn't it? That shove, that push, that punch, to prove that there is something there. So there you go, mate.
So there we go, guys. That's it. They've answered the question. What did you think at home? Do you agree with everybody? Obviously, this is all their own beliefs, how they see the paranormal. So everybody has the right to a different opinion. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion. And I think that's good. It's good to debate what goes on, what people think, how people perceive what we do in ghost hunting, paranormal investigation, or just how you see spirit. So write down in the comments, guys, if you liked the video, if you agreed with some people, if you didn't agree with some people. Let us know, what do you believe? And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.